Might actually help if I'm on stage. So, hello everyone. It's been an evening full of things, but thank you all so much for being here. I greatly appreciate all of you showing up this evening and just getting a few things set up here. I had some tech issues before we got started, so it's a little bit of what's going on. So I apologize. All right, here we go, folks. All right, here we go. So thank all of you so much for joining me this evening. I apologize for being a little bit behind and a little bit discombobulated to start off, but we're here for TNA Wrestling and we are here for a go home show for Victory Road. And Victory Road is shaping up to be a really good card. So far, what's been announced, pretty darn good. We'll see what they announce tonight because, as you know, TNA does it. They always announce something the night before, so we should expect to see something. But I'm excited to be here with all of you. We'll see who joins us during the night, if anyone does. Otherwise, we will have fun this evening and do the best that we can. So thank all of you so much for joining us this evening. Again, like I said, if you don't mind, folks, drop a like on the video while you're here. And if you are new to the channel, first of all, I want to welcome you to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us this evening and being a part of the live stream. We try to have fun every Thursday. We're here every Thursday night for TNA Wrestling. So, and weeks like this week, we'll be here for tomorrow night too, which is Victory Road, and that should be a lot of fun. And I'm really looking forward to that. I want to pull up our schedule right now so folks know what we have going on. I'm actually going to wait until they come on to determine what time we'll go on tomorrow night. I'm going to say 7:30 for now, but again, we may change that. So just know that may change tomorrow. I'll let you know later in the show, though, this evening. So just stay tuned. And so there's a lot going on with TNA right now, a lot in the news. So before we get started, what I wanted to do every week before we start on the stream and watching the show is just to go over a little bit of news from TNA. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to go over a few big news stories in TNA Wrestling. So bear with me here for a second while we do this. I'm just trying to get my bearings with doing something new like this. But the first story being Mickie James to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Obviously, congratulations to Mickie James. She is a legend. She absolutely 100% belongs in the TNA Hall of Fame. She belongs in the WWE Hall of Fame. She belongs in any Hall of Fame that NWA, everywhere. She belongs in every Hall of Fame. So congratulations to her. Really excited to see this from TNA Wrestling. And leave me your thoughts in the chat too. Let me know what you think, Terry. Next up, the beautiful people also being inducted into this year's Hall of Fame for TNA at Bound for Glory. So another huge announcement here. Really awesome stuff seeing the Knockouts getting a lot of love this year for the Hall of Fame. So shout out to the beautiful people. Looking forward to seeing them inducted as well. Zach with his National Day, National Comic Book Day. So there you go. It's also Joe's birthday. So when he comes in stream, if he comes in stream, I'm going to play a little video for him. But if he comes in this evening, make sure you say happy birthday to him. Terrence saying, congratulations, Mickey and Angelina and Velvet on their TNA Hall of Fame inductions. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I wanted to start out there because the next story is not pleasant, but I've already seen a few things in chat about it, and I figured we might as well address it. Happy early birthday, Clown. Happy early birthday. So there have been some recent allegations about Masha Slamovich involved in terms of being involved in domestic violence or some type of domestic situation. I have not seen all of the details. All I know is I saw the allegations, and then I saw the statement here, which I will put up here for folks to read on their own. The only thing I'll say with it is this: TNA will do what they need to do. I hate that she was in that situation because from the statement here, it says she was they were in a toxic and mutually destructive relationship. So I hate that, but I'm sure. Obviously, who knows what the future will hold for her in terms of TNA wrestling, but I just wish her well. And again, I'm not sure of all the details, so if someone wants to send me anything about it, I will be more than happy to take a look and educate myself further. Clown saying also affects GCW. She's the Jersey Championship Wrestling champion also. Yeah. More than anything, it's gonna affect wrestling, but I just think more than anything, I want to send her well wishes as a person beyond the wrestler, but just a person. But again, we don't know anything really. So in terms of making judgments, I don't do that. I definitely don't make a judgment until I know more about a situation. So. But I figured a lot of you had already seen it or had, thought about it or whatever the case might have been. So I wanted to give an opportunity for folks to share their thoughts here. But all right, before we get into the show, because I am going to transition here as best I can to the card. I'm going to play the preview for you for this evening. So, we've got quite a few matches this evening. Some interesting ones for sure and some interesting segments. I'm looking at that final negotiation as one of these segments that I think might stand out tonight. The Call Your Shot Gauntlet qualifier I'm looking forward to. So yeah, Clown saying always three sides to a story, what each party says and what actually happened. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because everyone's experience is completely different. But again, it sounds like they both did some things at times that they didn't need to do, want to do, shouldn't have done. So I pray for both of them to get any help that they may need as well. So just throwing all of that out there. But all right, folks, we're gonna get underway pretty soon here. Should be starting up momentarily on the stream. So how's everyone doing this evening? How's your week going? What have you thought of the wrestling this week? Has there been a moment so far this week that stood out to you the most? Please let me know in the chat as we get started with the show here this evening. Did I see Joe Hendry in the NASCAR suit? I did not. Jason Stauffer. Jason, I read his quote. That's not completely what he said. He said he didn't know if he would have a match at Mania or not. That nothing was set in stone. But that at some point in 2026 he would retire. Those words are a direct quote from him. With all due respect, I will take his words over attributed words, and that's probably as nicely as I can put it. But I appreciate you sharing that, because I did see that right before, and I figured somebody might mention it. So here we go, folks. The show is starting. Again, thank you all so much for joining me this evening. Greatly appreciate you all. Drop a like on the video if you don't mind. Let me know what match are you looking forward to the most tonight, folks. I'm going to put the card up real quick so you can see that. But let me know, what match are you looking forward to the most, or moment or segment. Please let me know. Boomer's in the house saying it's time for TNA Impact. James saying just proves you never know what goes on behind closed doors. That is absolutely right. Who do you think should abduct Mickey and the beautiful people? Oh, that's a good question. Honestly, I mean, doesn't it really have to be Gail Kim? Or is it someone else that you think might be? Because maybe I'm wrong. If Derek had his way, he'd induct Mickey, and we just have to play this for him, because he would
giggity giggity. All right.
You know how that would be. So just throwing that out there. Deanna in the house saying Mickey. I would say Gail Kim. Yeah, I would think it would be Gail Kim. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I would think it would be Gail Kim. Or it could be Raven, because her and Raven go way back. We are starting out with the Rascalz, and they're going up against the team of Cedric Alexander and the TNA X Division champ Leon Slater. Sean Rousset in the house. What's up? Favorite. Let me go back. I think Katie. Hey Katie, how are you? Saying a moment that stood out to me was the finale of NXT when TNA invaded NXT. Yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts, and that's kind of why I asked the question about moments standing out for the week, because I was hoping, since you were here in a TNA stream, that you would mention the TNA invasion of NXT and everybody that showed up. So what did you all think of that invasion? And I'll be the first to say I didn't think they were going to do it right now. I'm glad that I was so wrong, because it just added so much juice to all the stories for me. But what do you guys think? What did you think of that invasion angle? Let's see here. Sean saying favorite moment for me was NXT with all of TNA. I'm looking forward to the whole match card tonight. Clown, if there's an actual partnership between the two companies, it should be Trish Stratus. I like that. I like that too. I would love to see Awesome Kong induct the beautiful people. Hey, Melissa, how are you? Hear about Jasmine Nix? Yeah, I did. I briefly saw a clip of hers on social media, saying that she ended up leaving WWE. That the contract that they had offered her just would not work financially, I believe, is what she said. So yeah, I mean, we'll see where she turns up, if she does anything in terms of wrestling going forward. But yeah, best wishes to her. Hopefully, she is able to achieve whatever dreams and goals she has next. So, uh, John Kessler saying, I agree, Gail Kim inducting Mickey would be great for the beautiful people. Taylor Wilde, I like that too. So glad Matt Cardona was referred to as Matt Cardona. Yes, me too, clown. Me too. Um, Damn, man, I think they're going to do a TNA versus NXT War Games. That's why I think this is why it happened. And I love that too, Dead Man. I love that idea. Because again, I think it kind of reignites that fire into the invasion angle and the whole idea of a partnership, I think, and why the reason why a lot of people were happy when this whole thing was announced is because of the potential matchups and different storylines and angles like this one that you could do. So Deanna saying, love the invasion. It was well done. Dylan, my moments of the week were the invasion of TNA on NXT and the announcement of John Cena versus Styles at Crown Jewel. Brandon, I'm kind of surprised Madison Rayne is not included as part of the beautiful people. Yeah. We don't have to pick a side team or I mean, whatever moment it was for you for this week. Anything that has stood out to you this week, it could be Raw, NXT, AEW, anything. John saying Matt Cardona had said that he would only go back to WWE if he could go back as Matt Cardona. Well, he was referred to as Matt Cardona. Madison Rayne is still assigned to AEW ROH. Yes, that is true. All right, folks, we're getting underway here. We've got Zachary Wentz and Cedric Alexander starting this match off. So this one should be a nice way to start off the night. And I'm going to take a drink real quick because I kind of feel like I'm going to get parched during this match. We're already seeing quite a few reversals between these two guys. I think they did John Cena dirty. How so? You think with the match against Brock, Dead Man, and how that went, and basically the fact that it was a squash. James, Jeff, how would you feel? By the way, James, how you doing, brother? Jeff, how would you feel if Team NXT versus Team TNA happens? If Joe Hendry screws up Team TNA and sides with Team, I would love that. I would love it if they did. Okay, so here's what I want to see. I want to see a men's War Games match and a women's War Games match. I want to see Jordan Grace on NXT's side, and I want Joe Hendry to somehow, some way end up on Team NXT. That would be tremendous. What a way to kick off his WWE NXT run. I would love that, James. I would absolutely love it. John saying he's looking forward to Maclin and Mr. Anderson versus Kazarian and Joe something. Yeah, and Kazarian has a match against Steve Maclin tomorrow night for that TNA International Championship. So it'll be interesting to see how those dynamics work out. Dead Man saying yes with Brock Lesnar. I think Dead Man, and again, could be completely wrong. But I think he got beat down because I feel like he's going to have one last big hurrah. and he's going to defeat Brock Lesnar at some point, and he's going to have that Super Cena moment and overcome that. Because again, you got to think about their history, and I mean, he really hasn't fared well against Brock. So I think if they decide to go that route, they could go for something completely different. And I could be way off base, and that's fine too. But I think that's the direction. Plus, I mean, Brock Lesnar, they've established as a monster, and who really has a chance with the way that they've built him up, this, aside from maybe a Gunther or someone like that. John Kessler saying, I think that Joe Hendry's last match in TNA should be him representing NXT versus Mike Santana. Okay. Let's see. Is No Mercy? Let me see. No Mercy. Let's see when No Mercy is. No Mercy is Saturday, James. Saturday. This Saturday. Jason with AJ Styles announced his retirement 2026 at some point. Is AJ going to the TNA Hall of Fame first, or does he go to WWE? I think it all depends on the timing, Jason. If they're going to continue to do Bound for Glory, do the Hall of Fame with Bound for Glory, I would say if he wants to have one final match in TNA, do it at Slammiversary. And depending on when that is next year, and depending on when WrestleMania falls, it might be within a few weeks of each other. So I would say I think he needs to go in the TNA Hall of Fame first. Obviously, I think that'll happen first. But I think they need to do it next year. That's my opinion. I think they need to do it next year. Deanna saying a good Super Cena moment would be to fill the stage with a ton of kids chanting for Cena. Yes. So many shows come up way too quickly, says James. Yes, I agree. Way too quickly. All right, here we go. Back to the action here in the ring. Zachary Wentz now in there with Leon Slater, and we get our first break of the evening. So you know what we do on the first break of every Thursday. We talk about food. So what did you all have this evening? Please let me know. What did you have? Breakfast, lunch, dinner? Does not matter. Just let me know. What did you have? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack? Let me know in the chat. John Kessler saying if AJ Styles retires next year, he should be inducted into TNA's Hall of Fame in 2026. Yes, I would agree with that. And if they said, well, we want to wait until a full year after he's out of active wrestling, 2027 at the latest. All right, so we're getting some food in the chat. Cheese and quiche. Hash brown, says James. Chicken farm over pasta for lunch, says John. Chocolate frosty from Wendy's. That's food, yeah. That's food. Little Caesars pizza. What kind of pizza did you have from Little Caesars, Terrence? Little Caesars is slept on, I will say. Sean, not sure if you saw, but at No Mercy they're having steel cage weapons between Jordan and Blake Monroe. I did not see that, Sean. Thank you for telling me that. Going to eat McDonald's for dinner, says John G. Okay, what are you going to have, John G? Cheese and bacon quiche with hash browns. Mozzarella sticks for lunch, says Brandon. Jason says, or asks, Jeff, would you put a stipulation on the Dudleys versus the Hardys match? If so, what stipulation would you make? Honestly, for old time's sake, I would say a TLC, something involving tables, ladders, and chairs. But from a from a perspective of someone who is a little bit older, if they just want to have a straight up match with no stipulation, I'm good with that too. Because listen, your body once you get to a certain age just doesn't recover the same way anymore. And yeah, so I would definitely say I'd be fine with just a regular straight up 1, 2, 3. But if they wanted to do some type of TLC, I'm good with that too. So Dead Man saying pork chops, mashed potatoes, and corn with gravy, and now having a bag of popcorn with the soda for a snack. Pulled pork? Okay, Travis Kelce. I didn't know he had a pulled pork brand. Okay. Zachary Wentz and Leon Slater in the ring. Zachary Wentz in control right now, tagging in Trey Miguel, and they are double teaming him on their side of the ring. And you know how that teamwork goes with the Rascalz. 2 count there for Trey Miguel. Lasagna and salad says bonkers. Jason had leftover lasagna for dinner. Thought AJ Styles was already inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. I do not think so. Dead Man. I don't think so. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. Crowd chanting for Leon. He's in there with Trey Miguel right now trying to fight back. A reversal there from Leon. And a cutter there. But he has been in the match, been in the ring for a while, and he's having trouble getting that tag into Cedric. So both he and Trey Miguel laying in the center of that ring right now. Let's see who can get to their corner first. Let's find out. John G. Sam already got McDonald's, got French fries, chicken McNuggets, and cheeseburger. Okay. Supreme Pizza says Terrence. Salmon pork bowl says Melissa. No DQ, that way they can just use what they feel is necessary. I like that, Clown. I like that. Yeah. Deanna is funny. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm getting there we go. James saying it was my mom's birthday yesterday. I cooked her a steak and chips, mushroom and peas. That sounds delicious. Happy belated birthday to your mother, James. Happy belated birthday to her. Deanna saying Jeff is pulled pork. It's Taylor Swift. Sean saying had a burrito bowl with white rice, chicken, sour cream, and cheese with a little bit of spicy red sauce from Chipotle. Sounds delicious. Brandon saying my prediction on who inducts who in TNA Hall of Fame as follows: Mickey James, Jordan Grace, and beautiful people Gail Kim and ODB. Okay. Big drop kick from the top rope there by Trey Miguel. You got Leon Slater isolated in there with the Rascalz, and this might be it. 1, 2. Cedric Alexander breaks it up right before that 3 count. John Kessler, there's some great matchups at Victory Road. Kazarian versus Maclin, Leon Slater versus Myron Reed. Also the Hardcore War that's at Bound for Glory, John. The System versus Order 4. High flying maneuver there by Leon Slater to the outside. You know he's got to get at least 1 in a match. Beef brisket, but it's the Kelce brand. Okay. John, I still have a feeling we are going to get Gia versus Tessa either tomorrow or at BFG. I think it's Bound for Glory, John. Derek, dessert is some Eggo blueberry waffles, man. You are right. 2 count for Zachary Wentz on Leon Slater, but the champ kicks out. Jason Jeff, I agree with James Chadwick. I would like to see Team TNA versus Team NXT at Survivor Series. Derek saying happy birthday, Mama James, my international mother. Derek said, or should I say mom? Um, no problem, John. Kick there from Trey Miguel. They've got Leon Slater in a very difficult situation here. Cedric Alexander pushes Trey Miguel off that top rope. Oh, little bit of teamwork there from Cedric Alexander and Leon Slater, and he just about throws Trey Miguel across the ring, and he dives out onto Zachary Wentz. Leon Slater looks to be going up to the top rope. Let's see what we get here. Here we go. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. The team of Leon Slater, the champ, and Cedric Alexander pick up the win against the Rascalz. Tom Hannafin just said that Slater is rolling into Victory Road. Cedric Alexander and Leon Slater, big win over the Rascalz there. I really like them as a tag team. Dead man, when I get the stuffed crust pizza from Little Caesars, I do pepperoni and sausage on it and get some of the butter garlic tubs there that you can get. Yep. Oh, man. Those garlic butters, amazing. Myron Reed gets into the ring in there with his opponent for tomorrow night, saying, all right, tomorrow night is going to be me and you. Cedric Alexander looking on like, hey, look at what we did to your homeboys. Y'all need to go back to the treehouse right now. How about that? Speaking of Gia Miller, Gia with Jake something and Frankie Kazarian. Talking about their main event matchup tonight against Mr. Anderson and Steve Maclin. Frankie says he feels like a divine being. He says he's the way, the truth, and the lie. I don't know about that, Frankie. He says that Jake sees him in that way. So he says that Jake will finally become something. Frankie says he's taking the title tomorrow. That doesn't have the same ring to it, Kazarian. He tried to do the Mr. Mr. Anderson, now that he's in TNA. He tried to do that with Kazarian. It just doesn't have the same ring to it. So, sorry about that, Frankie, but that just doesn't work, sir. Yeah, they're hyping up the rest of the card for tonight. Coming up next, Jody Threat going up against Victoria Crawford. And normally I try not to pick, and normally I try not to have a favorite, but I will tell you right now, I have a pick and I have a favorite in this next match. But enough about my pick and my favorite in the next match. Who's yours? Who do you pick to win the next matchup? Do you have Jody Threat or do you have Victoria Crawford? Please let me know. James, how you feeling about the reunion? I like it. I like it. We were going to talk about this on last Sunday. I like it. I feel like All Out, and this has nothing to do with stupid ratings war or company back and forth bullcrap drama. This is just companies on their own. What do I see? And I feel like All Out was kind of a statement show for AEW. They had some big returns from some folks I feel they needed and they need to keep things interesting and to keep things moving along and keep some variety and keep things fresh. I feel like they accomplished all of that there. And hey, I'm all for Jurassic Express. I love that team. I loved how they brought Luchasaurus back, and I love how they did that. So I love it. I'm all for it. I didn't get to see Dynamite last night, so I don't know if they did anything further with any of the things that happened last night. But yeah, I think it was a statement show for AEW. I really, really do think that because it was a great show. No doubt about it. It was a great show. So yeah, that's my take on it, James. What did you think about it? Sean Rousset saying, I never thought I would see Mance Warner on WWE TV. That was surreal. Yeah. Seriously. All right, we're getting some picks for the match. John G going with Jody Threat. Bonkers going with Victoria Crawford. Deanna saying, I think they reset some stories in a good way, especially last night after Statlander taking down Yuta. I got to go back and watch. Katie saying Jody. Melissa, when did the system turn face? Melissa, that's a great question. We've all been asking that question since it happened, honestly, because it's like one day all of a sudden people were cheering them, and yeah, so we're trying to figure that out too, but it happened and people love them now. So they're showing what happened on Tuesday with all the TNA wrestlers in attendance. Talking about Mike Santana getting involved with Trick Williams and showing all the TNA and NXT crowd coming out. And yeah, this was awesome. This was great. This was great. Ray Walt saying an all-out war has started between these two brands. Let's see what happens next. Here's Santino. Eric Young saying you're going to put me in a match with Joe Hendry. Santino saying you're lucky I don't fire you for what you did to that referee last week. Eric saying you don't have the power or the balls to fire me. Eric Young, Joe Hendry, Victory Road. Wow. Eric Young saying the cleanse is coming. So, Joe Hendry against Eric Young tomorrow night. Victory Road. Count me in for that one. Victoria Crawford making her way down to the ring now. Let's see what happens against Jody Threat. And let's see if Tessa Blanchard makes a return here. Could that happen? We shall see. James saying Darby came out with flamethrower, tried to torch Mox, then challenged him to an I Quit match. Of course, that's just Darby. James, that could be interesting if they okay. Derek Deanna saying I personally would have loved to see Santino last night with Team TNA. Jody Threat running around the ring as usual. All that energy. Now she gets into the ring. Jason saying, Jeff, this is how I would book Joe Hendry's debut match in WWE. I would have John Cena come out at his final show and have John Cena say, I beat everyone except. Joe comes out, beats John Cena, and retires. Cena retires. Okay. I like that. So here we go. Jody Threat going up against Victoria Crawford. Let me know if you haven't already. Who do you have in this match? We shall see what happens. Dead Man saying the one with the red hair in this match is the one I want to win. That's Jody Threat. So you want Jody to win? James Chadwick saying Mox was nearly Kentucky Fried. Oh, man. Leave it to Darby. Big shoulder tackle there by Jody Threat. Throws Victoria over into the corner. Gets a clothesline and another and another and another, and you get the point. Just a bunch of clotheslines here. And Victoria still bobbing and weaving, even though Jody wasn't there, but she's back now. Oh. Overhead belly to belly by Jody Threat. Victoria Crawford is in trouble early. Victoria is trying her best to fight off Jody Threat. Oh, nice move there from Victoria Crawford. Trips up Jody, gets her down on that bottom rope. Gives her a kick to the side of the head. Now Victoria's dancing around and stomping on the shin and ankle of Jody Threat. Victoria's very unpredictable, we shall say. So she's very unorthodox in the ring. So Victoria throwing Jody off the ropes. Big boot there from Victoria Crawford. Now she has a cover, 1 count there for Victoria Crawford. Jody Threat trying to get up. Victoria hits her on the back, trying to keep her away from those ropes and from getting up again. Now Victoria has that arm. Jody Threat now with some chops, working back up here. She is, forearm shot here from Victoria. Oh, back elbow there from Jody Threat. Victoria tried to kick Jody. Foot went over that rope. Is Jody going for a German suplex here? She tried, but Victoria gave her an elbow. Now Jody's off the ropes with a clothesline. Another clothesline. Another one. Let's see what Victoria Crawford can do. Looks like she's in trouble again. Big boot there. Right to the face of Victoria Crawford. Now Crawford is on those ropes. Ooh. Double knees to Victoria Crawford. German suplex there. Pretty sure this might be Tessa. Yep, Tessa is back. Tessa Blanchard is back. She is now interrupting the match between Jody Threat and Victoria Crawford. James says, NXT surely invades Victory Road. Jeff, I heard that this invasion angle could go all the way to BFG and maybe even beyond. I would love that. Off the distraction, Victoria Crawford, 1, 2, and 3. Victoria Crawford with a distraction from her friend, Tessa Blanchard, who has now returned. Victoria Crawford picks up the win. Tessa is clapping at the top of the ramp. Dead man saying, so Joe Hendry NXT now, is he still TNA? I think he's still under TNA contract, Dead man. But none of us know for sure. So Tessa is back. Victoria is happy. And here's Joe Hendry talking about his match tomorrow night against Eric Young. Bonus Baby saying, I will never forget Alicia Fox running the ropes like a minute straight while all the other women stopped and watched her until she ran out of gas and asked for water. I remember that too. Yeah, Deanna, that's a great point. Have them invaded. Why not? Here's the question, though, that I have for you. If you have NXT invade during Bound for Glory, do you cost Mike Santana the title? And if so, when does someone from TNA get the title? Because that, if it doesn't happen there, those whispers and that quiet chatter becomes a lot louder. So how would you do that if you were going to do it? Would you avoid the Mike Santana match against Trick? How would you do that invasion angle? We're getting the Call Your Shot Gauntlet Battle Royal Qualifier up next. So I always love seeing the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. That's always a lot of fun at Bound for Glory. So we'll see who has a chance to be number 20 in this. So Bonus Baby, guess who's back? Hey, yeah, she's back. She's back. Yep. We are on another break right now, folks. So here's my first question for you this week. And it's going to be discussing the TNA Hall of Fame. Who's someone right now, and not AJ Styles, and not anyone that's been announced already, but who's someone right now out in the wrestling world who at some point was in TNA, who's not in the Hall of Fame, who is deserving of being inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame? Please let me know. Would love to hear your answers on who you think is deserving of a TNA Hall of Fame induction going forward. Deanna saying during the Santana Trick match will make sense since they started. Deanna saying Samoa Joe. James saying TNA created a monster because no one wants to. Oh, let's see. Damn man, how do you watch, or can you watch the old season of TNA like when it first started out? If you get the TNA Plus app, damn man, you'll be able to go back and see old TNA stuff, old TNA content. Bonus Baby, speaking of the TNA Hall of Fame, are they not considering Madison Rayne as part of Beautiful People? Someone brought that up earlier. I thought that was interesting too. I thought that was strange not having her in that photo. So unless there's truth to some rumors that are out there, which I know some people, I don't even want to, I'm not even going there. We'll just say that there may be some truth to some things swirling around about a not so friendly relationship between TNA and AEW these days. So, and obviously the WWE partnership is brought up as part of that. So, the system with Alicia, they're talking about hardcore war at Bound for Glory. They're talking about JDC. Talking about Ali. Moose has a match against Ali tomorrow night. John Kessler saying James Storm, Robert Roode, ODB, EY, and Kazarian. Or Kazarian. Christopher Daniels, I would throw out there. Obviously, Samoa Joe. Moose said he's going to beat Ali's blankety blank. Trust the system, they say. John saying Marshade is in the Battle Royal for the Gauntlet match. Here comes Matt Cardona. You are ahead of me, John Kessler, by a little bit, by a few seconds. So, all good. Chris Saban says bonkers. Samoa Joe says dead man. Alex Shelley, I think the machine guns, I think they should be put in separately, but I also think they should be put in as a team. I think they should be two-time Hall of Famers. Matt Cardona has had a busy week. He is making his way down to the ring now. He's ready to throw someone over that top rope. Dead man, is Abyss in the Hall of Fame yet for TNA? I'm gonna look and see who's in the TNA Hall of Fame right now. Amazing Red says James, another good one. Let's see. You said Abyss. Yes, Abyss is in the Hall of Fame. I thought he was. I knew it was around the time when I wasn't watching, which was around 2017, 2018. So, yeah, he went in 2018. Let's see here. Looking at group inductions. Yeah, I think it's interesting that that Madison Rain's not. So AJ Francis wants to reintroduce himself. Crowd not really wanting him to reintroduce himself. Daphne. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Sabu, Legacy Wing, Sabu. Yeah, clown. That's what I was thinking too. AJ trash talking the crowd and the folks in the ring right now. Sean Rousset saying Eric Young should go in the Hall of Fame. Here's a question, Sean. Would you put Eric Young in there now or next year? Or would you wait until he's done wrestling? Or would you just go ahead and put him in there now? Katie saying Kazarian, ODB, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Hardy Boys. I agree with all of those. James saying Scott D'Amore deserves going. Yes. Here's the question, James, and longtime TNA fans. Team Canada. Does Team Canada go in there? And here's another question. Is Josh Alexander a TNA Hall of Famer? Oh, AJ just got misted by Rosemary for talking a little trash, and everybody is beating AJ down right now. He earned that butt kicking. Ryan Nemeth is in there. Hopefully somebody throws him over that top rope soon. AJ's done. Elix Skiffer, I like you. I like that. If you're gonna bring up Elix Skiffer, here's another one. I'm gonna throw out another one to you. Christian Cage. I'm gonna also throw out Monty Brown. James saying yes for Josh and Team Canada. What about the North? Hometown Man is in the ring. Mance Warner is in there trying to throw Matt Cardona out right now. PCO says, Deanna, I agree. Dead Man saying they need to bring back the WWE app. Mara Sade has been eliminated by Killer Kelly. They need to bring back the WWE app so you can get everything on one app instead of jumping around from app to app. Oh, man, Dead Man. That's the thing, though, Dead Man. We had it good, and then people griped about it. And then WWE, Killer Kelly's out. Then WWE was like, okay, we'll go to a different platform. Then they went there, and then it's not been the easiest to find things in one spot, especially with them being on ESPN, being on Netflix, and Universal. Mance Warner throws Rosemary over the top rope. Rosemary is out. Andrea, hello. Hi, Jeff. Just came home from my yoga class. Feel great and so relaxed. That's awesome, Andrea. Hopefully you are having a great evening and day and week thus far. Mance Warner with a power bomb there. Zaya and Yangling Lee beating up on Mance Warner. He clotheslines both of them. Good grief. James saying always a yes to the North. Hometown Man in there. Is it going to be the Hometown Man getting a spot in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet? Matt shut that down real quick. Takes off the shirt of the Hometown Man. Holds it up in the air. Let's see what he does with it. Does he disrespect it? Hometown Man still has on the Timberwolves jersey, though. Still got to rep that hometown. We talked about it a little earlier, Andrea. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I was glad that I was wrong about it being later down the line and not right now. I'm glad that it's right now. So, yeah, it's good stuff. Put Eric in now. If Rey Mysterio can go in as an active wrestler, why not Eric? That's exactly who and what I was thinking about, Sean, because I feel like Eric Young he's been TNA for such a long time. Hometown Man and Matt Cardona on the ring apron. Ryan Nemeth pulls both of them down. Ryan Nemeth pulling Hometown Man and Matt Cardona off the ring apron, so he eliminates them. So Mance Warner is in there with Lei Ying Lee and Zaya Brookside, and Ryan Nemeth is butting in again, pushes Zaya Brookside off the ropes there. He's gotten back into the ring, shakes Mance Warner's hand, but he went through the ropes instead of being eliminated. So Ryan Nemeth is still in the match. Very smart by him. Lei Ying Lee trying to beat Ryan Nemeth up right now. Huge forearm from her. Kick to the gut. Let's go. Oh, right to the eyes from Ryan Nemeth. Right, clown. Exactly right. Ryan Nemeth now has been eliminated. Lei Ying Lee and Mance Warner are your final two here. So let's see what happens here. James saying, surely the TNA icons, that is the Flying Elvis, go ahead. Oh, Curry Man, Shark Boy. Havoc could go in as well. Brookside went down hard. Yes, she did. She landed pretty hard. Lei Ying Lee right now in control until Mance. Let's see what he's about to do. She's up on that second rope, giving Mance some punches to that noggin. Let's see. Mance throws her over the top rope. Mance coming over now, but she hits him through. She's trying to flip him over, but Mance with a forearm shot to the back and a boot, and that is it. Mance Warner is going to be number 20 in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet at Bound for Glory. So Mance Warner will be number 20. Great spot entering into the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. So, wow. That was a lot of fun. I am just updating the results right now. There we go. Injury report. Here we go. Let's see. Where's Stephanie DeLander? She did not come out with the mask. No, I didn't see her. Moose had a head injury. He has been cleared. He will be going up against Mustafa Ali tomorrow night. Dead man. I know somebody that's in TNA right now. Definitely deserves to be in TNA Hall of Fame. Eric Young, yeah, you will not get any arguments from me, and I think he deserves to go in right now. Ridge Holland and Mike Santana cleared for their match tomorrow. Deanna saying Shark Boy Shell. Yeah, that's right. Injury report there. That main event that they're talking about, Mr. Anderson and Steve Maclin going up against Frankie Kazarian and Jake something. Should be really good. And they're still talking about the final negotiation between the Hardys and Team 3D. Up next, we're going to look at the Road to Glory with Mike Santana. So that's coming up next. And folks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait to see if anybody joins me to do predictions. I do want to do predictions tonight. Here's what I'm going to say. If we don't have someone join me this evening, I am going to save predictions until the very end of the show. We'll just run through them real quick and give our predictions real quick and get out. That's how we'll close out the show. So if we have someone join, we'll start doing some predictions throughout. But if not, we'll do them at the very end. So don't think that I've forgotten about predictions. I have not. I just didn't want to do it by myself and then have to go back and forth to do it again. So at our next break, so we've been talking about the Hall of Fame and all of that good stuff. So here's a question about the invasion and the partnership. What is a match that we haven't seen yet that you feel needs to be made? Like it's a definite that it needs to be made. Like it's almost criminal that we haven't seen it yet? What's a match that you feel should happen at some point during this partnership between WWE and TNA? Dead Man saying, what about the Motor City Machine Guns? They could go into the Hall of Fame. Yes, I agree, Dead Man. They should go into the Hall of Fame. James saying, Javon versus Slater. Yes, and yes. John saying they've mentioned the match between Ash by Elegance and Masha. I know Masha's in the middle of a terrible situation, but I think something should have been announced about that. Should be about. I think at this point, John, I would respectfully disagree, because I think at this point people just kind of assume that that's not going to happen, just because of everything that's swirling around. And another tactic that may be employed here is the old tried and true, we're going to act like this person doesn't exist right now. They're going to act like they're going to be like Masha Who for right now, until they figure out what's going on and uncover what they need to, and then determine how they want to proceed. But I feel like that might be the direction that they're going in, is they're just kind of saying, well, yeah, let's just let people put two and two together. So, again, folks, if you don't mind, drop a like on the video. And if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of the family and join us every single Thursday for TNA Wrestling. And here's our schedule for the rest of this week. We have Victory Road, our watch along for that, coming up tomorrow. I'm still waiting to see what time they say Victory Road is supposed to start. I would assume at this point that we're going to start at 7:30. If that changes between now and the end of the show, I will let you all know. But let's just say right now that tomorrow we will start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Victory Road watch along. So please join me tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Victory Road watch along. So right now we are getting the Road to Glory for Mike Santana. Just going through his story right now, which I think is pretty cool. I'm telling you, they keep making me root for Mike Santana even more. Clown saying Cardona versus Cody, Rosemary versus Bliss, Thea Hale versus Zaya Brookside, Lexus King versus Ryan Nemeth. That's a good one. I like that. Triller has the countdown show at 1:30 a.m. in the main show. So what time would that be for an American who can't do the time difference right now, James? It'd be like 7:30 or 8:30. I don't know. I'm gonna stop trying right now. Again, going through Mike Santana's story on this. Hey, Swag fan, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. I have the winners scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So if you're just joining us, you can catch up and see what matches we've had and who's won so far. 8:30 Eastern and 9. Okay, so I can probably I'll start at 8:15 then. So let's do that. 8:15 tomorrow night, folks. 8:15. So 8:15 tomorrow night. If that changes, we will communicate that through social media, and I will post to the community tab on YouTube. So please, someone remind me to do that if we find out that that this starts at a different time. But we'll say 8:15 and for tomorrow night. 8:15 for our Victory Road watch along. So Clown saying mathing is hard. I feel your pain, man. It's been a day, man. I've had I've had to crunch some numbers and do some different things for and put together a couple of proposals today, and my brain is just spent trying to think some of that stuff through and communicate it effectively. So Little Silver saying that was a W video package. I agree, that was dope. Again, it makes me want to see him win even more than I already have. So I've already wanted that since a while ago, but I really want that now, especially after this. So, and we get it to be continued. So they're still talking about the rest of the card to come. Frankie Kazarian and Jake something up against Steve Maclin and Mr. Anderson in the main event this evening. That has been announced, and we'll see who comes out on top in that one, because Frankie Kazarian and Maclin have a match tomorrow night, and it's for that international championship. And up next, we are getting this final negotiation between the Hardys and Team 3D. So this should be a lot of fun. Yeah, this should be great. So I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you think may happen in this final negotiation, folks. What are you thinking may happen? What are you hoping to see? Are you hoping for a stipulation? Please let me know. Thank you, Deanna. James saying, in my opinion, if they don't have Santana win at Bound for Glory, they're making the same F up they did with Joe Hendry waiting too long. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think you got to do it. Even if you do something wild and crazy, and by wild and crazy, I mean have someone from NXT enter the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. Give the gauntlet to somebody else. Do something with it. I mean, I don't know what. I don't want to overbook it or overcomplicate it. But do something, but he has to win it. I think he has to have it. I would agree. Shenanigans, says Deanna. Dead Man Rosemary should go in TNA Hall of Fame. I agree. John Kessler, I have a feeling that the Nimitz are going to come down and butt in the final meeting. Clay Lewis saying, what's up, guys? How are you? Can't wait for college football on Saturday. I can't wait for my son's game on Saturday. He has his games on Saturdays at noon. So I'm excited for that. And I'm excited for Buccaneers football on Sundays. Yeah, that's what I'm excited for. Let's see. Who are your teams, Clay? Jason, I just checked TNA Plus, Victory Road, prelim starting at 8:30 p.m. Main card is scheduled for 9. I wonder if TNA did not want to counter WWE. I don't know. But yeah, we'll start at 8:15 tomorrow night. Yeah, we'll start at 8:15, do a little pre-show of our own, and kind of get settled in, and then we'll get going tomorrow night at 8:15. So come join me then. Not sure who will be there, but I will be. So yeah, come join me tomorrow night, 8:15. We are still on break right now, but when we come back, we're getting the final negotiation. We're getting back right now. Talking about Bound for Glory coming up pretty soon, October 12th in Lowell, Mass. All right, so here we go. Final negotiation. Santino Marella. Do you think Rosemary should be in the Hall of Fame? I do. I think eventually she absolutely should be. She absolutely should be. Derek saying Sean Alexander, the Seahawks' old running back, he and his wife are expecting their 14th child. Yeah, I thought Phillip Rivers had a lot. I mean, Phillip Rivers has a basketball team, but he's got a football team. Derek, what's crazy about that is that's 9 fewer human beings than I had on my football team. I think my senior year or junior year, something like that. Santino saying we're about to make it official, but we're going to have some final negotiations before. Team 3D. Yeah, that's a football team. That's what that is. Who else is going to see one battle after another Saturday? I've seen a lot of good things about that. I know they're really hyping it up. I hope it's good, like they're hyping it up to be. Devon, Bully, Team 3D making their way down to the ring right now. Devon and Bully looking good. First team is getting in the ring. This is gonna be a lot of fun, folks. I feel at Bound for Glory. Deanna saying, Devon, get the tables. Santino shaking Devon's hand. Team 3D still waving to the crowd. Bully Ray shaking Santino's hand now. World Tag Team champs, the Hardy Boys. Matt Hardy is deleting. So is Jeff Hardy now. A Jedi Warrior get the tables. The Hardys coming down to the ring. Someone is going through the table, says John Kessler. Jedi Warrior. Yeah, the Santino calls them the Hard Boys. So let's see what we get here. Is this going to completely break down, or are we going to... How is this thing going to go? Is this going to be civil? Or are we going to get a breakdown? Are the Hardy Boys in the WWE Hall of Fame? Not yet, dead man. Not yet. All right, teams facing off against each other. Deanna saying Team 3D because who knows when Devon will and can wrestle again. Yeah. True. Crowd saying this is awesome. Dang, James. The crowd chanting this is awesome, and James delivers that from the top rope. Now the crowd is chanting TNA. This is good stuff. Good stuff here. Bettino says he's fired up. Damn it, ain't no damn. That's too many kids. Let's see who gets the mic first. Bully's getting the mic first. Yeah, Team 3D is already in the TNA Hall of Fame. Katie is correct there. So, Bully's saying he wants to give them the floor first. Matt Hardy saying what many consider the two best tag teams of all time are standing in the ring right now. Matt said they wanted to cement their legacy as the greatest of all time. Matt kind of listing some of the accolades for the Hardys. He says that he doesn't think the Hardys can catch up to Team 3D as the most decorated tag team of all time. Bully saying the company's as hot as it is because of Matt and Jeff Hardy. And there he is. So there you go, buddy.
What's up, guys?
Look at the screen.
Hey, look at that.
And I got this for you too, buddy. So happy birthday, Joe.
Thank you. Of NXT. With all the stuff that's going on with him too.
Probably. James brought up a brilliant booking idea earlier. Having a war game style match between NXT and TNA and having Joe Hendry at the last moment be on Team NXT.
Oh, yeah. That would be a big turn, huh?
Yeah.
That would be cool. Amanda, thank you. Thank you, everybody in the chat. I appreciate it. I worked on my birthday. The truth is the truth, says Matt. We do need you. I'm having a turkey off the bone sandwich for my birthday with a little bit of Arby's sauce on it.
There you go. Arby's sauce is amazing, man.
It really is. I found it in a bottle. It's Arby's branded too. So now I have it for anything I want.
Yeah, it's amazing. Conrad in the house.
Conrad, thank you, Conrad. Appreciate it.
Y'all go subscribe to Everything Pro Wrestling and support Conrad. Does a great job over there on his channel, so go support him.
Adulting sucks, says Clown. Yeah. Yes, it does. I got to speak to both daughters today, so that was good.
That's good.
Yeah, my youngest texted me, and my oldest texted me. My oldest just came back from Paris, and they visited the Avengers campus at the Paris Disney World. And they got me something from the Avengers campus. So I saw the pictures of it today that she showed me, and it looked awesome. And she said it's not as big as the Hollywood one, but she said it was a lot of fun. So that's good.
Yeah, Conrad has a new logo. I like it.
Yep. Oh, yes, he does. Yeah. That is cool looking. Yeah. Very cool.
So, Joe, I went on earlier today to try and get ahead of the game and set up the stream for tomorrow.
Okay.
Guess who doesn't have any match graphics? TNA.
Are you serious? Not any match graphics at all?
At all for Victory Road.
Oh, that's messed up. That's got to be the first time that's happened. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before.
So, because I didn't want to wait, I just texted you what I did. So, from now on, this is just what I'm going to do for match graphics.
Nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks awesome, dude. That's really cool. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Ooh, you guys will be impressed. Very professional looking. And, I wouldn't expect anything less from Jeff. But, yeah, it looks awesome, dude. That looks very cool.
The Hardys are going to put the tag titles on the line.
Yeah. Oh. Mike Santana and Ridge Holland, the graphic is Jeff has is very cool. Wow. If you beat us, then we shake your hand and say you're better than us. If we beat you, we take them back to Dudleyville.
You know what, Joe? Can I get everybody's thoughts on the graphics for tomorrow real quick?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
All right, let me do that.
Yeah.
You guys let me know what you think. So here's the thumbnail for tomorrow night. This is the match card. This will be behind me and Joe. There's a no, huh?
Oh, are they going to make this a TLC match, Jeff? Is that where we're going?
I might be doing that.
Jason Stauffer just said that. The crowd's chanting, "We want tables."
So these are the match graphics, Joe.
They look awesome, dude. Very good.
Then the championship matches. So there we go.
Yeah, it looks awesome, man.
Thank you.
I like them very much better than TNA's. Said the four of us made history 25 years ago. Oh, boy. Tag team tables. Tables match is our thing, and you beat us.
It bothered them.
That's our match, and you beat us. Said it still bothers us. Let's do it the right way. Oh, man.
Well, I think you know what that means.
Yes, sir. Tables match. Oh, man, there it is. We're going to hear Devon get the tables. D-Von looking good, man. Look at him.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good.
Santino's making it official. Now I'm eating poppables. I really like poppables.
Putting pen to paper.
We don't need to sign a contract. Rip that bitch up, he said. We just need to shake hand. There you go. No contract. So there it is. Wow, Bound for Glory is going to be amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Bound for Glory has a chance to be like one of the best shows of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does.
With all this NXT stuff going on and everything else going on, like a lot of unknown that we don't know, like Jeff mentioned, the stuff about Joe Hendry, Bound for Glory is going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Who knows who could show up?
Yeah.
Win.
Yep. The tables have been set, literally.
Yes, they have. Man, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Frankie and Jake something against Maclin and Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Don't call him Kennedy. Anderson.
And Mr. Not Kennedy.
So, Joe, I was saving predictions until you got on here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Until someone joined me. So, you want to do a few predictions while we got a break real quick?
Absolutely.
All right. So, we don't have any matches announced so far for the countdown show. And tomorrow night, we're going to get started at 8:15.
Okay.
So, we said that earlier. But for tomorrow night, we've got Mike Santana going up against Ridge Holland. Who do you have?
Interesting match, but I gotta go with the momentum in Santana right now. I think it's a cool match. It's going to be a good one. They're two big dudes, but like I said, I don't think anything's going to derail Santana now. It's getting too close to the championship match, and now what could happen here though? If they're going to continue this whole NXT thing that's going on back and forth between the two, you could get shenanigans, which may cause like a non-finish here, where maybe some people come on behalf of NXT and do the same thing to TNA and return the favor. If that happens and there's just a non-finish, then something's going to go on as far as that goes. So actually, I think that's kind of what I'm going to go for here, Jeff. I'm going to go for a non-finish in this because I think we're going to get shenanigans.
Okay. I'm gonna ride with the hot hand. I'm gonna go with Mike Santana.
Okay.
I feel like he'll get a definitive win. I do think somehow, some way, we get shenanigans, but he maybe overcomes those shenanigans.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go Mike Santana though, for the win. Next up, we've got Eric Young going up against Joe Hendry.
Yeah, man. I just don't know about what's going on with Joe. Dead man right here. I'm snacking on poppables, Lay's poppables.
What,
they're really good.
Flavor?
Just the sea salt, just the plain ones. I do like the salt and vinegar ones though too. There might be my favorite ones.
Yeah,
they're all pretty good. The cheddar ones are good too. Yeah, this is a weird one for me. Obviously, if Joe is leaving, then it really doesn't matter. A match like that really doesn't matter much if he loses. And a lot of times when people leave TNA, they tend to lose. They tend to get beat on their way out. So I don't know, Jeff. Maybe this is an upset, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Eric Young here. Look, Eric Young has a record of beating people that are leaving the company. I mean, he did it with Josh, right? Yeah. I'm going to go with Eric Young with that.
I don't think it's an upset, Joe. I think it's It's what I expect to happen.
Okay.
I think Joe Hendry loses this
Mhm.
because Eric Young keeps talking about this cleanse. And I think part of that cleanse is Joe Hendry finds himself out the door of TNA. I think this is the story that makes that transition possible.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, could very well be. Now, Jeff, do you think he's going into TNA as a face or a heel or kind of an in-betweener?
I'd love to see him be a heel.
I kind of would too, in a way. Yeah, I think I kind of would too.
Yeah, I'd love to see him be a heel to start out with. Order 4. Getting ready for the system at Bound for Glory, Joe.
Order 4.
Moose and Mustafa Ali tomorrow night. That's actually the match we're going to get to next, Joe.
Okay. That's going to be a good one. Brandon's picking Santana. So is Sean Rousset. Eric Young for the win, says Dylan. Yeah, I kind of would agree on that. Victory Road. Hardcore Rules. Are you man enough? Oh. Conrad says, I want Eric Young to win. Santana as well. Yeah, Santana for sure. It's in Ali we trust. Uh-oh. Oh, there's the system. Moose Eddie, Brian Myers, Alicia is there as well. Where's JDC? There's no JDC.
He's injured right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. How about Matt Cardona was back in NXT, huh?
Right?
That's something after all these years. It's funny how wrestling works.
Yeah.
It really is. It's funny how wrestling works. Jeff, how about the news? I know this isn't TNA, but how about Cena going up against AJ Styles?
I love it.
Oh my gosh, isn't that awesome?
One of my favorite Cena matches ever was against AJ Styles. So
yeah.
Love it. I'm for it. Joe, we went over the Hall of Fame inductions earlier.
Mickey James
and the Beautiful People.
Yes.
Also, we talked about the unfortunate news and rumors and allegations and all that's out there about Masha Slamovich.
Oh, I didn't hear what happened.
So apparently there were some allegations that her and her partner were abusive to one another.
Oh boy.
And that's being investigated at this time.
Oh boy.
She put out a statement. She does not have the match tomorrow night against Ash by Elegance. So yeah.
So I guess TNA did that, yeah. They must have canceled their match. Wow. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Never want to hear that. You know, it's unfortunate. It happens a lot. You know, you see it a lot with NFL players. Those of you who watch football, you know, it comes to light a lot in athletics today, and it's just it's a horrible thing that kind of stuff has to happen. So yeah, you know, it's a shame. Very promising career for Masha in wrestling, and that's just a shame that things like that happen.
And Joe, something else you missed earlier in the show.
Okay.
Tessa Blanchard is back.
I was hearing about that. That they still doing the thing with her and Gia Miller.
Well, this was her first appearance back since being having the suspension lifted, and she didn't say anything yet. So we will see what happens next with that.
Okay.
And we can get back to the predictions after this match, because there's not many more matches, so we can get back to that.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Ricky Starks picking TNA. What's that all about?
Conrad asked a question: who would you like to see defect from NXT to TNA?
Oh, someone going from T. Yeah, Ricky Starks would be a great. I've loved him since we were watching NWA. I think he's a great talent. If he came over to TNA, that'd be great. I want to see what's going to happen with this whole war thing, man. I mean, a lot of us have been calling for that. Jeff mentioned it a long time ago in a Between the Ropes show that we did. I want to see what happens with that. It's very interesting to me. By the way, I did get some good birthday news for my sports teams, even though my Cowboys suck, and we'll probably be lucky if they win 4 games this year, the way that they're going now and with all the injuries they have, and are certainly going to get destroyed by Micah and the Packers. But my Dodgers have won the West Division for the 12th time in 13 years.
There you go.
Today, actually. So we're going back to the playoffs, so we'll see if we can I mean, the National League, you got the Phillies there playing very well. You got the Brewers playing very well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But at least I got one of my teams going back. Obviously, my Celtics with that terrible injury to Tatum bowed out early, and Dallas is going nowhere. So, and my fantasy team is 0-3. I just can't get a break in football, man. Although I did make a big trade. I think I got a pretty good trade. I was able to get my running backs are terrible. I lost Worthy from the Chiefs early on, but I made a trade. I got Tony Pollard, who, even though he's on a crap team, is pretty consistent. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll make a comeback. But yeah, football is. I do like Dallas's coach. I do like Schottenheimer. I like his dad. I think he's a good football family, good football. He seems like a good guy. Seems like a good, overall, like I like his guy. He's definitely better than McCarthy as far as time management goes. So that's a good thing. So there are things I like, but the good thing about it all is if Dallas finishes with like 4 or 5 wins, they're going to get a very high pick of their own, plus the pick from the Packers, which technically, if you get some crap team that really needs a lot more pieces, you can offer all those picks and try to get like one of the top 3 picks in the draft, which I would love to see them draft a quarterback. I'd love it, but I don't know if Jerry would do it, but I would love to see it happen. So there is Mr. Not Kennedy. There it is.
I love how Maclin had to hand him the
Mr. Anderson. They're still there. It's still not, you could say Anderson of it. Oh, here it comes. Anderson. Yes. Now it's good. Yeah, I was going to say, where's the second one? You got to have 2. It's so cool when these veterans of the ring come back. You haven't seen in a while. Very cool. Jeff and First Class Penthouse with Matt Hardy as guest.
Mm.
Nice.
Okay.
Jeff is on the countdown show. Cedric versus Trey versus Wentz. Oh, on the countdown show. So we did get a countdown match.
Yep, I knew it.
Of course they did. They'll probably have another. They may have another, unless they might do two.
That's what James was saying. That's what that first class penthouse.
Oh, okay. So that's okay. Gotcha. So that's on there as well. Okay. Unfortunately, I will miss that. I'll be along about the same time that I came on tonight, tomorrow. So I'll be on for 9 o'clock. But I'm sure that the pay-per-view will probably go to 11, I would think. If they're starting at 8 o'clock, I'm guessing it'll go to 11.
Yeah.
So at least I'll get to see a lot of it.
We only have 4 more matches left to predict, Joe. So
Okay.
Let's while we're waiting on that, let's predict this Cedric versus Trey versus Wentz match.
Okay. Wow. I mean, the Rascalz going up against each other there. That's interesting to me.
And Cedric and Leon Slater did win tonight against the Rascalz. So just throwing it.
Are they maybe breaking up the Rascalz here? Interesting. I'm going to go with Cedric then, knowing that. I'm going to go with Cedric here to win because maybe that's where they're going. Maybe they're breaking up the tag team for a little bit, as they have done with some of the women. So maybe they're just going to shake things up a little bit toward the end of the year. Maybe they're going to break them up, and maybe it'll be Trey against Wentz. Maybe something will happen between the two of them, and they'll come to blows a little bit in the match, and maybe that's what this is all about. So I'm going with Cedric, Jeff.
Here's what I'm going to throw out as my wild prediction for the next few weeks. I don't think they split up just yet.
Okay.
But I think somehow, some way, all of them end up in an Ultimate X match.
Okay.
For the X title with Leon Slater and maybe a couple more people.
I like that.
Yeah. See the implosion.
Yeah, that's a great call because they always have that match at Bound for Glory. So yeah, that's a good call. Good call. So what else have we got, man?
So let's do Moose versus Mustafa Ali.
Oh, that one's going to be crazy because everybody involved from both of those sides is probably going to get involved at some point in that. Is there going to be a clean finish? I'll say, you know what? I'll say Ali, Jeff. I think I'm going to go with Ali here. And they just kind of seem to have the momentum on their side. The system has completely changed. But I don't know. Maybe they're just a cohesiveness of that group. And the fact that they're all on the train with Ali, I'm going to go with Ali to win.
I think anytime you have a human being the size of Agent Zero,
yeah,
the odds are in your favor.
Very true.
No one has figured out how to keep him at bay.
Yep.
And unless he's banned from ringside, I don't think anything that the system does will change the fact that he will alter the outcome. And I think Mustafa Ali wins.
Great point. That would almost make it so, Jeff, that if they're going to keep battling with them, they might have to have somebody to offset him. So the system might need someone else, Jeff, if JDC is out. So that's another thing maybe that they could look into. Getting somebody else, another member maybe, for the system to try to offset that advantage.
Well, that's a good spot for a question, too, if you had to add a member to the system.
Yeah. Think about like just like somebody like a big dude, man. Think about some free agents that are out there, because you know what, Bound for Glory, we could very well see some big name free agents that are out there still from WWE and stuff like that, that could end up coming over. So think about that one. Baron Corbin, maybe? Could Baron Corbin come in and join the system? I mean, I know he's on the indies and stuff like that, but, somebody like that, or I don't know. It's an interesting idea. Frankie Kazarian and Mr. Anderson going at it.
What year is this?
Right? Yeah.
I love
2025. In that case, Von Wagner, says Brandon.
I'm going to throw out another name.
Yeah, go ahead.
That we haven't heard from in a while.
I'm interested.
I hope he's doing well.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Big Joe Doring.
Yeah. Oh, that would blow up the house, man.
Oh.
If that happened, the house would explode.
And if you're newer to TNA, Joe Doring is awesome.
Yep. Bear Bronson, trained by Brian Myers, is making a buzz on the indies.
I've heard the name.
Yep. Jake, something gets sent to the floor. James said, Jeff, that would be sick. Yeah, that would be awesome. Could you imagine a comeback by him? We've all been asking about him for a long time. And, hoping that he would be back at some point. That would be amazing. Even if it was a one-off match, like that would be awesome. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it. Jeff, they're coming out with a new Silent Hill movie.
Ooh.
It's coming out. Now I know, the first one I thought was good. The second one was kind of trash. But this one is following the entire plot line, Jeff, of Silent Hill 2, the video game.
Oh, man.
Which is amazing. I found a guy on YouTube who played through it. And I literally sat enthralled and I watched him play through the game. And this is the remake, the Silent Hill 2 remake that just came out. Oh, my God. What an amazingly done game. Actually, there's a new one that's coming out, I think, tomorrow. Silent Hill F, it's called, and it takes place in 1960s Japan or Tokyo, like one of those. Oh, very, wow. Very different. But, oh, my God, Jeff, the women in it, there's women that attack. They contort over to you when they attack you, and they have a big butcher knife that they grab you by the throat, and they have the butcher knife right at your throat as the attack while they're contorted over. And I'm like, oh, dear God.
I know what game you're not playing.
I'm like, yeah, yep, that's nightmare fuel. I'm like, nope, Joe ain't getting that game. They had a video game thing last night for PlayStation, which they do every year, like to preview some games. Oh, my. They showed the Wolverine video game. Oh, man.
Derek told me about it.
Oh, man, does that look amazing. And I was thinking to myself, because it's by the same team that does the Spider-Man games. And we'd heard about it. It was mentioned, but then there was never anything said about it. Oh, it looks so good. Looks so good. Oh, I know that clown. That's not far away from me. That's now the movie was based on Centralia, Pennsylvania, which is very, very close to me. And I really wish I would have gone there years ago when I had the chance. But yeah, no, that's it's based on Centralia, the mine fires and stuff like that. But that was more the movie that was based on that. The game a little bit because they used to get like a lot of fog and smoke in Centralia because of the mine fire. But yeah, no, the movie definitely was. Kazarian picking up Mr. Anderson, big slam. Kaz in control.
Joe, what do you think about Jake something kind of teaming up with somebody like Kazarian, and How do you think that could benefit?
Yeah. Look, I mean, we know how good Jake is. I think having him as a heel is probably a better idea. And who's a better person to tag up with than Frankie Kazarian when you're going the heel route? Frankie, obviously one of the most hated guys in TNA. So yeah, I like the pairing. Taking Frankie kind of as like a mentor kind of a figure.
Right.
I like it. I'm going with Moose. Says Deadman. Braun Strowman as the wow, dude. I didn't even think about Braun. Wow, could you imagine that?
That would be very interesting.
Do you imagine if Braun Strowman came in and joined the system against all? Oh my God! Wow, that's a great shout. That's all. Like up to the fact of whether Braun wants to wrestle is really what it is. I know that there were some comments. He's saying that he might be past his wrestling career because he was kind of beat up. So that just depends on whether he wants to wrestle anymore. But that's a great shout.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. Even if it's just a small reign or run. Sorry, not reign. Run in the company. Did you like that in the Silent Hill movie they changed the main protagonist from Harry Mason to a woman played by? Yeah, like I said, the first one I thought was kind of had a lot from the game to it until it got later on, and the plot line and stuff later on in the movie. But it had a lot from the game. The second one was just horrible. The second one was just bad. But the like I said, Silent Hill 2, I can remember playing the original on the PlayStation, whatever that came out on. Was it PlayStation 1? Could have been PlayStation 1 or 2 at the very earliest. But I can remember playing that game, and I just remember loving the story. And when I watched him play the remake, I'm like, wow. Like, what an amazing story that is. And then when I heard that the new film comes out in January, is going to take the plot of that game, I'm like, dude, I'm all in. I will go see that in the theater because the story for that is just tremendous. Was it 2001? So what PlayStation version was that? 2001. Was it PS1 or PS2? I can't remember. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Also saw the gameplay, Jeff, from the new Halloween game.
What was that?
They showed gameplay from the new Halloween game that's coming out next September.
How was it?
It looks awesome. Looks amazing. When you play as Michael, you're going to be able to jump scare people because he has like a shadow kind of shift where you're invisible to the other players in the game, but yet you can literally appear like in front of them, behind them, all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I may start some game streaming. We'll have to see. I think I can do it with my PlayStation 4 pretty easily. I think all I need is a camera. So I may do that when that comes out. I'll have to see. I don't know. PS2. Yeah, you're probably right. I think it is PS2. Spaceballs too. Oh, that's going to be amazing. Just a shame that I'm so glad that not Harold Ramis, my God, Rick Moranis. Yeah, I'm very glad he's coming back for it because it wouldn't have been right without him. And obviously a shame that John Candy's not going to be there, but John Candy's son is going to play the role.
Really?
So, yes. So that's amazing.
I had not heard that.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, Joe, did you see the trailer for Welcome to Derry?
Yes, I can't wait for that.
Oh, me either.
Yeah, dude, that looks so good. Yeah, that starts in late October, I think it is.
Yeah, not long.
And speaking of scary stuff, Marvel Zombies released yesterday on Disney Plus.
Yep.
For all 4 episodes of that. That was actually good. I watched all 4 of those.
Yep.
So there's a lot of spooky stuff coming out.
It's about that season. So.
It is, man. I love it. I love this time of year. You know what I watched yesterday, Jeff, that I hadn't seen in a long, long time? Psycho 4.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in ages. That's the one where Norman's in it, but he's on a phone call with like a therapist online.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. And they got the kid from E.T., Henry Thomas, was playing a younger Norman Bates.
Yep.
Yeah, that was actually kind of cool. I haven't seen that in a long time. I was just perusing through channels and I saw it. I'm like, I haven't seen this for a while.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the Halloween game. Yeah, me too. I'm excited. I love the Friday 13th game a lot, and the Halloween game, being that it has a first person or a single player mode, I think is just that much better. I was kind of hoping for that in Friday the 13th, and they never did that. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And Welcome to Derry looks awesome. Looks amazing. Alien Earth. You know, I saw the first episode. And then I don't know. It didn't grab me, but everybody's saying how good it is. I'm gonna have to go back, and I'm gonna have to watch the rest of it because so many people are saying it was one of the best alien things they've done in a while.
I'm gonna be real honest right now. My watch patterns are all off, so I'm behind on a lot of stuff. Yeah. Unless it's wrestling or football.
Yep.
So I'm all off right now, but I hope to go back and watch some stuff, especially some horror movies again. So I'm thinking about reviving the horror movie podcast.
Oh, nice.
In time for Halloween. I'm thinking about it. I haven't made a.
Oh, that's cool.
But I'm thinking about it. So
nice.
Stay tuned.
Nice, man. You'll have to have me on. I'd love to come on and talk about horror films. That'd be awesome. Just picked up the new issue of Marvel Zombies at my comic book shop in Deadpool and Batman. I wish I still had a comic book store near me. I get my books now on the Marvel Unlimited app, but they don't come out. They come out like a couple months after they release. I'm starting DC, Jeff. I know you're a Batman guy. DC is now has their own comic book app as well.
Yep.
Which I did not know. And now I'm reading some of the new Batman stuff. Oh my God, Jeff. There is a Batman book. Is it called Batman Ultimate? I can't remember, but dude, the artwork, Jeff, looks just like Frank Miller's Batman.
Oh,
he's very, very big and stocky, but oh man. And friggin' Alfred's like a full-blown military guy with like a long beard and stuff like that. So different, but I'm like, oh man, I'm thinking to myself, I'm reading, I'm thinking Jeff would probably love this.
Oh yeah.
I'm
gonna check that out.
Yeah. And you can go out, you can get the app and they give you a free trial. So you get a free trial for a month, which is cool. Even if you don't want to keep it, you could probably read a hell of a lot of books in a month. Just for trying it out. But yeah, I'm glad I found that. I didn't realize they had an app, so I'm able to go back and read some DC stuff again. Jeff and Joe, this is just a dream scenario. I know it wouldn't happen, but John Cena is at Bound for Glory, just paying respect to TNA, and he helps the system with Agent Zero to even the. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't know if it would happen, but that'd be awesome.
I'd love to see it.
Mm-hmm. That'd be really cool.
We can dream, Sean. We can dream.
Yeah, we could. Oh, Mr. Anderson's got the hand up. Oh, no, I couldn't quite get it. Frankie with the elbows. Anderson with the kick, though, to Frankie. Frankie's down. Anderson's going up. Uh-oh. Jason Stoffer says, "Yeah, I've been to that one many, many, many times. I know the guy who owns that, actually. It's one of the few things left in that mall. That mall's dead. I go there usually whenever I get down that way."
Oh boy.
Mike check to Frankie. 1, 2. Is this enough? Oh, Jake broke it up. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jason. It just sucks for me. Like, I've really nothing near me anymore for comics. The only store close to me, or the closest one to me is in Pittston, Pennsylvania. That's the closest one. I just don't have, since my friend Mike closed his store that was right in town here where I am. I really have nothing close to me anymore. And I don't mind reading comics on the iPad. I mean, nothing like getting them in your hands. But,
Right.
if you have to read, if you want to read them and you have to read them on an iPad, it is what it is. But yeah, I've been there many, many times.
Oh,
backstabber. Kazarian coming back. Oh, clothesline. And now Frankie with a big leg drop. That may be enough. 1, 2. No, Mr. Anderson kicks out. Okay. How about who shares my birthday? 2 of my biggest idols growing up, Christopher Reeve and Mark Hamill.
Wow.
Luke Skywalker and Superman. I mean, come on.
That's pretty awesome.
You can't get much. Jeff, how about Jeff? I didn't tell you this. So they knew my birthday was coming up, so I get a message from one of my friends who messages me that Jillian Anderson is going to be at a convention in Philadelphia at the end of November.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, you need to go. I'm like, oh.
You do.
The only problem is that the tickets are crazy expensive. But even more so than that, it's at a time where you just don't know what the weather can be like.
True.
And if I spend the money and for some freaking reason it snows and I can't get there, I'm out the money.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. And I'm like, oh my God, I would have loved to go. She's there along with the guy that played their boss in the X-Files, Skinner. The actor who plays Skinner, he's there. He was also in what was that horror movie he was in? Oh my God, I forget the name of it.
Dang it. Was he in The Faculty?
He may have been in The Faculty. I'm not thinking. I'm a Shocker, Jeff.
Shocker.
Yes, he was the guy. He was the bad guy.
Okay, the main guy. Okay,
yep.
Not the one in the later seasons, but that.
Right.
Okay, now I know you're talking.
Yep.
Ooh, this might happen tomorrow night.
Well, there you go. Maclin and Mr. Anderson win. All right. Well, there you go. Mr. Anderson back after all that time gets a win.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Maclin has been on a roll lately.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Yep.
Good stuff. Leading us into the pay-per-view.
We've got 3 more matches to predict real quick. So while folks are giving us their scores and matches of the night, next match we'll predict is the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. So the Elegance brand, Heather and M by Elegance going up against Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay, the Inspiration. Who you got?
I think this is the start of the downturn for the Elegance brand. And I think it's going to start with this. I think they're going to lose the tag team titles. Now, I could certainly see it go the other way. But I just have a funny feeling that this is, this is the time that they take those titles away from them and take, especially now since Ash has the big title, which she may keep for a little bit. But I kind of have a feeling that they're gonna. But I don't know. We'll see. Because the weird thing about Victory Road is that it's one of those pay-per-views where it's before Bound for Glory. A lot of the big title changes happen at Bound for Glory. So maybe not. I'm gonna go with my gut, and I'll say the Inspiration win. But again, I could see it not happening because maybe something weird will happen, and it'll continue into Bound for Glory, which then they would change the title. So, but I'll stick with my call there. But I could see it going the other way.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I get the impression, I get the feeling that we're not going to be done with this at Victory Road, and that whatever we get at Bound for Glory will somehow in some way involve the personal concierge. So I think he's going to get involved tomorrow night, and I think Santino will be none too pleased by that. And I think we get a rematch of this at Bound for Glory, and I think that's where the Inspiration win. But I think for tomorrow night, I've got the Elegance brand by Shenanigans. So,
okay. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. That would make a lot of sense.
All right. John Kessler saying he picks the Elegance brand.
Yep.
And Brandon thinks it's the Inspiration's time. All right. Up next, we've got the TNA International Championship. Steve Maclin, the champ, going up against Frankie Kazarian. Who you got in this one?
I just like Maclin here. Maclin's been very, very good with that. Frankie certainly has ways of cheating and doing the nasty stuff that he can do. But I don't know. I just like Maclin where he's at, and then we'll have to see. And then who is the challenger for Maclin? That would end up trying to beat him at Bound for Glory. But I Maclin for sure. I think going into Bound for Glory with that title. So
yeah, I like that pick, but something tells me that we get at least one title change.
Okay.
At Victory Road, and I think if anyone is going to change hands, it may be the international title, but for good reasons. I think at some point, at sometime over the next year, you've got to start elevating this guy again too, and putting him back in that main event scene. So I don't know if it happens here. I'm going to say no. Maclin has been on a run. And I'm going to say Maclin, but it would not shock me if Frankie Kazarian wins, because I do think they are getting to a point with Maclin where they're going to elevate him, and he's going to be in some more prominent storylines.
Okay. Katie says Kazarian. Sean says Steve Maclin retains. Thank you, Garrett, for the birthday wishes. And then we're getting some 9 out of 10s. 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Their go-home shows are always literally their best shows.
Really good, yeah. Last match, Joe. X Division Championship. We've got the youngest champ in history, Leon Slater, going up against Myron Reed, the challenger.
Leon Slater, I think that's a pretty easy pick. It should be a very good match, though. Two really, really good wrestlers. Myron Reed, excellent. And should be a very good match. This could be one of those ones where I say it could be match of the night, very easily. But yeah, Leon's not losing that belt quite yet. Not losing it. And then we're probably going to see, like Jeff was mentioning, that Ultimate X match, which would make a lot of sense, and that would be more where I would think that Leon could lose. Although I think Leon's going to have that for. I think he's going to have that for a good while. So even in Ultimate X, I think he'll somehow survive it. I don't see him losing here.
So I see your match of the night comment.
Yep.
And I raise you to potential match of the year candidate.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what this could be. Mm-hmm. I think tomorrow night, and I do think this is going to be in a losing effort. I do think Slater will retain. But I think for people who have only seen Myron Reed be a part of the Rascalz and have never seen what he can do truly as a singles competitor, I think you'll get to see a lot of that tomorrow night. So I think this could steal the show. I think it could be match of the night, clearly. But I also think he could be a match of the year contender. That's how good I think this could be. I think you'll be able to clip several moments from this match, put it on social media, and you will wow people. So I'm looking forward to this one. This is probably my most anticipated match of the night, but I've got Leon Slater retaining, even though I think Myron Reed's going to put up a heck of a fight.
I got you. Yeah, I could totally see that. Leon retains. I give the show a 9 out of 10, says John Kessler. Well, there you have it, guys. Again, we are back tomorrow with the pay-per-view. So please make sure you come out and join us. I know Fridays are a little weird because SmackDown's on and stuff like that. So, but yeah, come out and join us. And it should be a really fun one. Obviously, this is the last one before Bound for Glory. So we've got all that coming up. We have the NXT stuff, which could be a wild card in this. Going to be very interesting to see some of these matches, like we talked about, like the Joe Hendry thing. What's going to happen there? Santana and things like that. The people who are involved in these bigger storylines that are heading into Bound for Glory. What is going to happen with all that stuff? So you got to tune in. Come and join us tomorrow night for the pay-per-view. Obviously, starting, Jeff said, what'd you say, 8:15?
8:15.
So 8:15, come and join Jeff. I'll be along probably closer to 9. I hope to see you guys all there tomorrow. That is going to do it for this episode of The Insiders. Thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate all of you. If you haven't done so already, and if you're new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe. Drop a like on the stream for us as well. It helps us out. And hit the notification bell to be notified about when we have future content. So that's going to do it, guys. Have a great rest of your night. And hopefully we will see you all tomorrow for the pay-per-view and what should be a really, really good time. So for Jeff and for myself, please stay safe. Be kind to one another always. And hopefully we will see you all for the next show tomorrow night at the pay-per-view. Good night, everybody.